I just thought to make a video to say hi. It's been a long time since I've spoken to you, really. I know we've been chatting on WhatsApp. Sometimes it's a great convenient way to chat, but you don't really get to see someone. And I kind of miss you guys. It would be really, really nice to see you. Just wanted to say that the news about Camilla's opportunity in Milan is an amazing thing. I think it's really fantastic, and I'm really glad that the agency seemed to be professional and respectful, which is quite an important thing. So I just thought to give you guys some news. I don't really have anything written down. I just wanted to spend a little bit of time saying hi, tell you what's happened since last year, because you guys came out in summer of last year. I would love you to come out this year. It would be great. I would like nothing more than to put you on an airplane, come out here for a couple of weeks, zoom around, do things, get bored, go for walks, see the dog, go for a ride. But the plans that I had didn't really work out very well, or they haven't worked out yet. They're still ongoing. And I just wanted to explain about that, because when you don't know what's happening, it's a little bit confusing, and you probably think things that are happening that are not happening. So unfortunately, moving to Calgary was a great idea until it turned into the Detroit of Alberta, which wasn't a brilliant place to come over and make a career move. But one of the things that I was working on, because what I don't really want to do, although I do have a job, it's not a fantastic paying job at all. It's enough to put food on the table and pay for the car. That's literally all it does. But I wanted to find a way of making some money for the future. And one of the things that occurred to me in 2015 was this game, which seems pretty stupid. It's like this stupid game, but it's unique. No one's done it before, and no one's done it before in a way that's a quality app or a quality game. So we decided to try it out and see what it would do. And we partnered up with a charity. There was two charities we were working with. One was the Princess Margaret Cancer Foundation, and the other one was something called Movember. So working with a charity, you basically say, look, we'll give 25% of the profit to the charity, and the charity will help you promote it. And this is a big deal. It's like with 2 million games on the App Store, how do you make your game stand out? And the idea came that we would partner with these people, and they said yes. So that's a good thing. And developing the game back in started in November, and I thought it would take like 6 weeks. Well, it didn't take 6 weeks at all. Had to change the development company and move it from Colombia to the Ukraine, where I found some fantastic people to work on it. And we've got it more or less finished now. We've got it on Google. Apple have not published it. They are offended by it. But I don't think it's what we call a deal killer. So what I thought would produce some money in like February, ready for summer, is actually taking much longer than I thought, but I'm still working on it. So we're basically working on that. And I also wanted to tell you that, spending tens of thousands of dollars on a piece of software isn't coming from money that I actually have. What Sam and I agreed to do was we would go to the house and we would take a piece of the house and give it back to the bank, and they would give us credit. So this isn't being done with money we have. It's converted assets from the house. So it's a bit of a risk. But I'm not going to stop with it. I'm going to keep on going, because I think it's a unique idea, and we've got some partners to work with. And I'm now realizing that it's not a 5 or 6 week process. It's much longer than that. And I've been talking to some other people that are doing the same thing, and they're like, wow, we thought it would be quick, and it's not at all. Which is good in one way, because it means it's not easy. Otherwise, everyone would just write games and would write apps, and they're really difficult to do. So it's good that you keep having to go past these milestones and just knock things down and keep going. So I'll keep you up to date on that. So I'm having a chat with the Apple representatives on Monday to sort out some of our problems about suitability, because they're not very keen on that. So I'll stop talking about the app now and just say that the purpose of that was to either just lose a load of money and it not work, or make a lot of money very quickly, which is what I wanted to do. So we're still going down that track. I'm delighted that James is playing the guitar that I brought over. It's a beautiful guitar. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to get you one of these things, James. It's a special cable, right? It's called iRig. And what it does is it turns your mobile phone, so your phone will work. There's an application on it that turns it into an amplifier, like a professional Fender amplifier with all of the controls and all the sounds. So you plug this thing into your mobile phone, download this free app called Amplitude, and this special cable that goes in, which I will buy one on Amazon and send you. You then get your cable here, plug this in here, and then that goes into your guitar, and then you can plug this bit here into your hi-fi or your headphones. You probably can't see it, but there's a little hole. Oh no, that there. So that thing, that little hole there, goes into your audio amplifier or your headphones, and it turns it into like a proper amp, so you'll be able to hear how the guitar sounds going through a Fender amp. So I'll get one of those sent to you. Maslow's okay now. He nearly died. Like, we were so upset. He basically had something stuck in his guts in here, and we didn't know what it was. I took him to the vets. As soon as I realized he was not okay, I was like, vets, and the vets were like, wow, we need to operate now, right now. So they basically cut him open from here to here and took all of his guts out, then found the bit of the gut that was blocked up, which was about this long, and they took all of this stuff out. They don't know what it was. It was like some grey clay, like mud and dirt and fibers and stuff. So he was really upset. He was in the hospital for 2 days. He didn't know what was going on, and we brought him back home, and he was not okay for a week. He was like this for a week. So I bought him liver and treats and gave him a lot of love, and he went up and up and up, and then he was okay. So we're being quite careful with him. The little foal that we've got, the little baby horse, it's a boy. He was born like 8 days ago, and he's now zooming around super quick. So we have a little foal. He's just sat there in the field at Fred's place. Sam and I are still sat in the same house. Sam's still working. I'm still doing bits of IT stuff. I've got a job I don't really like, but it's a necessary thing to do to earn money, to put fuel in the car and tires on the car and buy some food and contribute, So as soon as I'm able to help in a little bit more of a direct way, I really will do. And I just wanted to tell you that I really miss you, and I'm really proud of you. I think you're both growing up into really good human beings, and keep on playing the guitar. The modelling thing's exciting. That's really exciting. Is that you probably don't know? I think I've told you, but my mother, she was big into beauty competitions in the 1950s, and she came second in Miss Great Britain. Okay, she was very, very beautiful, and she had a boyfriend who was like one of the top football players in Manchester United. So she had a pretty good time when she was young. And that's it, really. There's not much more news. Sam and I are okay. Maslow's happy. He's just the most spoilt dog in the world. And yeah, things are good. The summer's here. It's super hot outside. It's cool in the evenings. We have some owls nearby. Owls are like those birds that hunt at night with the round eyes that can turn their head right round, and they're about this big. They're called a great horned owl. So we have some of those nearby. We've had a moose in the garden, and things are okay. I just wish I could participate more and talk to you, because there are some things that I would like to have some time to talk to you about, to do with your life and what you're going to do. Because when I grew up in the 1970s, the opportunities were completely different. The world is a different place, and growing up in this world, I think, is going to be more difficult and a little bit more challenging. And I would appreciate the opportunity at some point to do a little bit of planning with you. You don't have to do it. You don't have to take this advice. It's just that I think there are some things which used to work in 1980, 1990, 2000. They don't work anymore. It's not the same thing. Europe's having some problems. So putting some plans out there to make sure that you guys have got mobility. I'm probably going to get my Canadian passport in a year. Sam's got her Canadian passport. She's Canadian. So there's an opportunity there to start this process, this very long process of getting you like a permanent residency visa here. You don't have to come and live here, but having somewhere else to go other than Sardinia and Italy, and to be able to go there easily is a good thing. I'm British, so I have a British passport, but the British are just insane now. They won't let anyone into the country unless you're a Muslim or something like that. It's easy. They will just let you in and give you money and give you a house, but they won't do that with other people. So I just wanted to say hi and let you know that everything here is okay. Not fantastic, but it's okay. We're healthy. Sam's doing well, and say that I miss you and that I'm really proud of you, and that I think you're doing very well for young people who are born in this era. I'm very what's the word? Surprised? Yeah, I'm surprised that you seem to have such level heads, and that James is very connected with things like spirituality, and so are you, Camilla. These are things that I wish I'd started when I was 20. Some investigations that I wish I'd started younger would be very, very useful to you to know them when you're young, not when you're 48 and go, oh wow, that's interesting. Like, wish I knew that when I was 22. So we can probably have some conversations about that. We'll see how this goes. We'll see if you like the video. Not like it, but if it works for you. And we'll stay in touch, and I hope everything goes okay. I love you both. I'm very proud of you both, and I'm glad that you're there. I'm glad that you exist and that you're having a good life. And we'll try and do something so that we can integrate it a little bit going on in your 20s, because I don't want to lose contact with you. Not for my sake, but I think that it's just good to have someone else to talk to who's got a completely different life experience. So we'll try and do that over this year and the next year. And I just wanted to wish you well and tell you I love you, and that I miss you, and I would like you to be able to come over and see Maslow and Sam and the house and just do things over here. And if I get the chance to come to Europe, I will do. Looking at the flights, you think, well, it's like $400. It's $400 to get from one airport to the other airport, and then there are hotels and stuff like that. So it ends up being a little bit more than that. And I would like to be able to do it for a few days and come over and see you. So I will try and do that. It's not because I don't want to. It's because we literally don't have any money. The money that we're spending is money that we've taken from the house, and I want to put that on the game so it can make money, and then we can do something with that. So I hope this video is okay. I feel a bit strange, like just sat in the house on my own talking to you, but I wanted to do that and make sure that you know that I love you both and that I wish you well. Take care. Bye bye.